Is evolution even possible? Yesterday we were talking about, can you be a Christian and be an evolutionist? And I just based it on the Word of God, so that is what it is. But let's just talk for a minute about, is it even possible? I'm not going to stand here and tell you, oh, I'm some expert. But I think if I have a master's degree, I've been to school, I've heard all the things about evolution. You have as well. If you're, I probably should say indoctrinated in our school system, that's what you were taught. But, do you ever read anything else besides those who already have a preconceived idea that this is what it is? It's like it's almost a religion. Whether it's provable or not, that's the way that we're going. But there's other people out there that are writing things, and I just want to read something to you from Dr. Barney T. Maddox. And this is what he says: scientific observation directly contradicts evolutionary theory. The vast majority of genetic mutations are usually lethal or at least crippling to the organism, drastically damaging survival and functions. I mean, that's pretty much common sense. I mean, none of us, when we're having children, are hoping, well, I hope my kid's different. No, we want them to be normal. We want them to have 2 eyes, 2 ears, a normal brain, 5 fingers and toes. We're not looking for, well, I hope he has 3 legs and only 2 toes. I mean, come on, you would never want that. And that's what happens normally in mutations. They don't go up. They aren't better. You would never look and say, well, my child has 3 eyeballs. I'm so excited. And I'm not trying to be ugly here, but you know that that's true. I mean, we wouldn't want that. We want them to be normal. But mutations are not normally pushing upward. They're pushing downward. He says this: the important point is that science has now quantitated, now listen, that a genetic mutation of as little as 1 billionth, a genetic mutation as small as 1 billionth of an animal's genome is relentlessly fatal. So if his genome changes 1 billionth, it kills it. Listen to the rest. Now, the genetic difference between a human and his nearest relative, the chimpanzee, is at least 1.6%. That does not sound like much, but calculated out, that is a gap of at least 48 million nucleotides, or nucleotide differences that must be bridged by random chances and changes. A random change of only 3 nucleotides is fatal to an animal and ends all possibility of future change. Now think about that. Even though a chimpanzee, and the difference in a chimpanzee and a human is only 1.6%, that represents 48 million nucleotides. And he says if you just change 3 of them, it will kill the animal. Things like that tell us something. And you look around and say, well, I think we came from chimpanzees or apes. Well, then why don't we have any half human, half chimpanzees running around? Where did they go? I mean, right now you see there's monkeys and there's people, and there are similarities in them, but they are distinctly different, and there's nothing in between. Why? Because they never existed. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow.